I'm Sonya Ashley, the founder and CEO of Fabulous on Purpose, where we support low-income single mothers, providing them with the resources and tools needed to aid and support their professional and personal development.
Hi! Hello, and happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to everyone. Yes, I am super one tonight, guys. Another good one. And as everyone come in, as you stream in, as you log on, happy Thursday to you. And be sure, you know how we do it. Be sure to drop the city and state you're representing tonight. You're you're viewing us from. So be sure to drop the city and state as you log on. So welcome to Science Boss Up Corner, which we are a weekly live where we're shining a light on some amazing entrepreneurs every week. So welcome to Science Boss Up Corner, where we are all things boss lady, boss life, boss.
Yes.
And we're super excited. And I'm Sonya Ashley, founder and CEO of Fabulous on Purpose. We're super excited about our guest tonight. An amazing entrepreneur. She's a mother, a mentor. We are just super excited about her. Go ahead and give her some hand claps, guys. Give us a wave, hand claps. Let us know you are logging in, you are logging on. We are super excited. So we have with us iGlam Studios tonight. iGlam Studios. Yes. And the owner, Chasman Ayanna, we are super excited to have you tonight.
So yes, I'm super excited to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part. So yeah, we're just gonna go and jump right into it, get right into it, guys. So as you come in, make sure you drop that city and state. Drop the city and state. So Jasmine, I'm not gonna prolong the time. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. So what is it? Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. I'm Chasman Ayanna. I am the owner of iGlam Studios. I found my studio back in 2017. I was actually working for a successful attorney office. I was a legal assistant. I've been doing makeup all my life, pretty much on myself, but I never imagined doing makeup on other people. That was never something I thought I wanted to do. I'm also a celebrity makeup artist. As I was on my job, I began to pray and try to find myself. And I was like, well, God, what am I good at? Mm-hmm. And I called my husband, and he's like, you're great at doing makeup. Why don't you do makeup? And I'm like, you sure? Me doing makeup? I was like, I could do it on someone else, on myself, but not on anyone else. But nevertheless, I called up my mentor. She is a makeup artist as well. She's very successful. And I said, okay, I want to do a makeup class. She had never done a class, but she always told me I would be the first person that she trained. I was like, okay. So I took her up on my offer. I walked out on my job. Now, I'm not telling you guys to do it. It's wherever your faith is. I left my job, my full-time job, and took the class, and I started doing makeup. And 3 months, I want to say, within me doing makeup, I got my first celebrity client. And I started working on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. I've worked on WeTV. I've done several music videos. I had a phase where I was trying to model, but that's not my thing. I actually was an extra in a movie that they had a premiere on yesterday on Two Finesse. I am in that movie. Yes, I was working on set doing makeup, and they needed someone. I was like, okay, well, I'll fill in. But nevertheless, I am also a boutique owner. So I can get into that later.
Wow. So you're doing so many things. And yeah, I know we've known each other for a while,
Yes.
and I always congratulate you on. I mean, you just have such a humble spirit. And when we first met, I'm like, oh, you're like, I'm a celebrity makeup artist, and when I met you, just so humble. I was like, wow, So yeah, so I always congratulate you, and you just push you and try to, because I'm so proud of you. I'm just proud of you stepping out, and that takes some great faith. You mentioned that you just quit your job. Just quit your job, like what kind of faith level is that? That's amazing, and I'm sure that's an encouragement to some people, because it took me a few years to leave, to just walk out.
Wow.
So yes, and it takes some type of faith just to step out and just walk out. So wow, congrats to you. So yeah, so how did you? I mean, so you do the makeup and the boutique. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. Okay. Before I go there, I also am a licensed permanent eyebrow artist. We call it PMU, permanent makeup technician, however you want to call it, micro shading technician. I do that as well. My hands is in a lot of stuff. I have a global mall now. So I partnered with a company called One Voice, and I was able to launch a global mall. So in that global mall opportunity, I'm able to help other people, other men, women that may not have the resources like I did. Starting out, having a boutique, you have a lot of overhead. For myself, I wanted a storefront. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to buy all this inventory. I'm going to get me a storefront. Well, that's not what God wanted me to do. So I sat back, I prayed. I was like, well, God, I'm real big on my faith. I'm real big on that. And I only do things when God released me. So I went on a 41-day journey. And in that journey, I started dealing with my inner self, my inner healing. I started forgiving, releasing negative energy. And during my healing process, as I healed, God began to open doors and relationship with people. Even though I've been knowing the people all of my life, pretty much all of my life, but when you go through certain processes in your life, timing is everything. The will of God and timing is everything. So when my will started aligning with God's will, that's when the opportunities came. So like I stated, even though I had my boutique, I started my boutique last year, the overhead and the inventory, spending all that money on inventory. You have a boutique as well. You know how it is. You be sitting on inventory. You may like it, but other people may not like it. So I went through all of that. Nevertheless, like I said, I partnered with One Voice and I started a global mall. That way it cut down the cost of me buying things and being out of pocket. And I just work directly with the vendors, and the vendors are able, it's like Amazon, like an Amazon account. So they're able to put their products on there, and I have contact with the vendor so they can send out their product, and it's less of a headache trying to get back. We know with COVID, trying to get to the post office, sending off packages in time, that can be a headache. So I cut my costs down, my headache down, and everything is falling in line.
Awesome. So you just said a lot there. You said a whole lot. And God, I just love the fact that you said once you put God first, you pray about everything before you make any decision. You go to your Father. So I just love that aspect of first. And I often tell people, like, I don't want to be in it if God's not in it. I don't want to, I must be in his will. So I must be doing, I need to be doing my Father's will, else it's not going to be successful. So I'm like, yes, you must put him first. You must put him first in all things. So I just love that. I love that. You put God, that's one thing we definitely connect on is our faith. Yes. And you help me with that sometimes. So I appreciate that. But yeah, let's just and tell us a little bit what motivates you to keep going, to like sometimes do you feel like giving up sometimes?
Oh yes, I have my moments. It's not easy being a multiple business owner, a wife, a mother, a mentor, friend. I'm a strong friend, so everybody calls me like I'm this super strong person. But I tell you, God gives me the strength. I never seen myself as a leader. I didn't want to be a leader. I never wanted to speak in public. I never seen that for myself, but I have a passion for helping people. I have a passion for praying for people. I tell people this story all the time that just happened this year. My friend, she had a vision for her Journey to Wealth conference. And as she was having her vision, I'm listening to her ideas. I'm like, girl, you go for it. That's good. And I told her, I said, well, I'll come there and I'll assist and I'll do your makeup. So she's like, okay. So she doesn't really pressure me into speaking or anything. So she didn't ask me to be a speaker or anything. So I was like, okay, good. I'm just going to go there to serve. So when I get there, I do her makeup and she said, you're going to open up my event with a prayer. And I said, no, I'm not. And immediately I was convicted. God spoke to me and he said, this is what you do. And I'm like, well, God, it's 80 people out here, 80 plus people out here. You want Chasman to go speak in front of these people? And I said, well, God, you brought me to this. You're going to have to see me through this.
Yes, definitely.
So I said a quick prayer, but nevertheless, I went forth and God used me. And it was so many people and that helped me. Like it helped me. A lot of people, I don't talk about it a lot. I had a social media anxiety of talking in front of people. And I thank God for the mentors that are in my life. My former leaders, they pushed me. They seen things in me that I didn't see in myself. And I thank God for them each and every day, because had they not pushed me, I wouldn't be where I am today. And so I did the event, and like I said, so many people came up to me like, continue to let God use you, continue to let God use you. You bless me. And that's what keeps me going. So when you said, do you ever feel like giving up? Yes. But when I see that so many people, they need your voice, I just ask God every day to position me to help somebody, whether it's in the grocery store, whether it's at my daughter's school, whether it's in traffic, wherever it is that you need me to be. God, align my life where I can be that, because everybody not going to go to a church. They're not gonna go to a church. And the only God that some people may see is inside of you. And I just pray every day that God overshadow me with his spirit, so somebody can worship God like I worship God, or establish a relationship with him. I also just joined a Kingdom Alliance group. Major shout out to leaders, which are my brother and sister-in-law, Apostle McCoy and Prophetess McCoy. They push me every chance they get, and I don't have a title or anything. I tell people I'm a servant. I am a servant first.
Yes.
If you need me to pray with you, I'm that person. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna pray with you. I'm gonna see you through. But I just want to do the will of God. I'm a passenger in my own vehicle. I just let him lead me.
Well, I love that. Passenger in my own vehicle. I love that. I love the way you put that.
Yes. So that's what keeps me going. And also my group of ladies that I mentored when I started my boutique with advertising, I did an advertisement for ambassadors. And with those ambassadors, it's about 10 of them. A few of them, I help them start their business, whether it's hair, lashes. I help them start boutiques as well. So I take time out to mentor to them, help them, motivate them. They keep me going.
And it's so important to have that group, have that core group. Just a support system. I mean, because you can't do it without support. I mean, I'm a witness of sometimes you feel like you're alone, but when you have that strong foundation and support system, it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference.
Definitely.
Yes. So I'm just loving that. And I love when you say, that, you know, you like to be in the back, you like to serve, because that was me. I'm like, no, God, I don't want to, you know, lead and do all. I don't need to do all that. I'm just a servant. Just love to stay in the back.
Right.
You don't have to know my name or anything. So yeah, but when God placed you in those positions and He gives something to you, He's already equipped you. You know, He's
Right.
equipped us for this. So I'm learning as I'm growing, I'm evolving, that it's in me. Everything
That's
I
it.
need, yes, it's in me. I'm like, God, pull that out. Just pull it out. Just, you know, bring me to where I need to be. You know, help push
That's
me to that.
it.
Yes. So I'm, and I'm just so proud of you.
Oh.
I'm just loving it, and I feel like we're growing together. You know,
Yes, yes. We have to help one another. I tell you all the time, you know,
Mhm.
2022, I'm looking forward to it for my to start my nonprofit. I told you, you are the guru with it. I'm coming to you, so get ready.
Yes, I'm proud of you. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know, I'm always here. I'm always here. And yes,
Yes,
and that's our hearts. I know you have that servant heart, and you must
yes,
have, you know, yeah, you must be willing to serve. You know, just have that passion and that heart to give. So
yes,
yeah,
yes.
that is definitely you. That is definitely you.
That's what I see for myself. I was like, God, I just want to be a kingdom wealth builder. Wherever it is that you see fit for me to build for the kingdom, that's what I'm
Mhm.
doing. That's where I'm at.
Yes,
And
and like I
serving is my number
said,
one thing. Whatever I can do to help, whatever I can do to serve. You know, I learned, I used to think, you know, finances, that's the only way that I can serve, but I'm hands-on. Whatever you need me to do,
mhm.
whether it's prayer, you need me to clean the bathrooms, I'm gonna clean the bathrooms. Whatever you need me to do, I'm here to do it.
I love it. I love it. Amen. So so yeah, so what are some of your future goals? Like, what do you see yourself in maybe another 2 years or so?
Oh, another
I
two
know the
years.
nonprofit is coming. I know that's coming. And I'm super excited.
Yes, that's where I am with things. With the nonprofit, wherever God leads me with that, I'm still listening. I'm still, you know, what I learned from a great woman of God. You know, we have three voices. We have God's voice, we have our voice, and we have the enemy's voice.
Mhm.
And with those three voices, it's hard to kind of distinguish between, oh, what should I do? What should, you know, we can distinguish the enemy voice. Of course, he's going to tell us to do wrong. But sometimes our voice overshadow what God is saying. And it's hard to hear him when we already made up our minds onto what we think or what we think he should say. So now I'm just learning and positioning myself where I can hear from him properly on what to do. I know I have a nonprofit coming up. I plan on, with this global mall, I plan on opening lines of jobs for everybody that I can. Everybody that want to be an entrepreneur, everybody that wants to make money and build financial wealth for their family or their friends, their ministries. I plan on being the guru person for that.
Yes. And that's
So
amazing. Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm doing now. But definitely with that nonprofit, I plan on being there and just being an open door for people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us weren't born with I guess a wealth package. We a
Mm-hmm.
lot of us were born into poverty. So what I told God, well, what God told me and what I align my life is like, I'm kicking poverty. I'm kicking
Yes.
the
Yeah.
spirit of poverty. It won't come from me. Generational curses, they stop
Yes.
with me now, today.
Yeah, we stand in
So
agreement.
just
Mhm.
aligning my life spiritually so I can hear God properly on what he needs me to do next. So
Yes, and then do you see like you're gonna be able to tie in the makeup and tie in all those things like
yes, yes,
maybe teaching
definitely.
young teenagers, yeah,
Ah,
yeah, how to, yeah, that I can see
definitely
you
with
doing
the
something like that.
definitely with the makeup. like I said, my clients, I actually have a celebrity client now that I'm working on some things with as well, as far as filming and traveling. I can't speak much about it right now, but definitely I went through a period of my life where when I was working on set a lot, I wasn't spiritually grounded. And I got caught up in the lifestyle. It's easy to get caught up in that lifestyle. Very, very easy. So I tell young girls, know what you're doing, because the film world, it could be so demonic. And people don't talk about it, but it can be. And if you're not spiritually grounded, you can go off with it. And I did that. I'm the first to say I did that. But now I'm at a place in my life where I align my life with God, and God is at the head. He's beginning to open more doors for me, and better doors for me. Awesome. So you have to be spiritually grounded. Make sure whatever you do, God is first. Align your will with his will, or you'll be going in circles. So where he had me, like at a sitting place, like when I did that 41-day journey, I went through any and everything you could imagine, any and everything. Unfortunate circumstances. My daughter, I'm homeschooling her now. I used to teach. I did used to teach, but I didn't want to teach anymore. But I tell you, when you say, "Oh, I don't want to do so," no, you're gonna do the will that God has for your life.
Whatever He has for you.
Teaching again, so I'm a full-time teacher.
Wow.
I'm a full-time teacher. So with me teaching, I just ask God to align my business where I can put family and God first. Well, God first, then family. A lot. I went through a period where I was putting church, then God, then family, and I got religious, and I got judgmental, and I lost sight. I lost sight of kingdom, and that's so easy to do. I lost sight even in my business. I was chasing money. I was chasing money. So it's like now that I went through that 41-day journey, I say the journey in the wilderness. Because I experienced everything that I could imagine, but in that journey, I realized who Chasman Ayanna was. I realized what God wanted me to do, and the purpose he has for my life. So that's when I became a passenger in my own vehicle.
I love it. And in the wilderness is where you found who you were, found your purpose. I love it. You found your purpose in the wilderness. That's amazing. That's word, honey. That's a word to preach all by itself.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and I love that, because I'm a preacher, like a PK kid that goes PK kids grew up, and it's so easy to get lost in religion and tradition. That's what we used to get so caught up in religion and tradition, so it's easy to lose sight of God himself, of serving him, of your Father, his will, because we're so busy trying to please everyone else. So I definitely get that piece right there.
Yeah. So like growing up in the church, you have an image to maintain. And then when I got older, I'm 18. I'm like, I'm not thinking about no image. I'm gonna live my best life.
Yes.
And then living my best life. And when you have a call, and God, when he has his hand on your life, he's not going to let you go. He's not going to let you go.
Back in. Yes. He knows how to pull us right back in.
Right back. And I tell people, it's all about relationship. Y'all can keep y'all religion. I tell people all the time, keep that. I want my relationship. Relationship. And
I love it.
Silencing other voices. You have to, and I tell every young girl, every young entrepreneur, learn how to silence everybody else. When God gives you your call, it's not a conference call. It's not a conference call. Even when he give you a vision or idea, you may go to your spouse, you may go to your best friend, and they may not understand that idea because God gave it to you. Yes. So my advice to people, when he give it to you, you sit, you sleep, you say, God, okay, you get your confirmation and act on it. and act on it fast.
Yes, definitely.
Now is the time with social media being where it is, and with God aligning things the way that He's aligning. Now is the time.
Now is the time to step out and trust Him. Yes, and do His will. Put Him first.
Do His will.
Yes,
ma'am. I guess we're both learning that, like, stepping outside our comfort zone. It hasn't been an easy journey for us, but
yes, but I'm learning you cannot be successful unless you step outside of that comfort zone.
That's it.
You must be uncomfortable to be, to really hear from God and know what it is, the purpose is. So yes, I'm learning that God gonna make you uncomfortable.
Yes,
He is. You say you want to be successful, you want to do this, you're gonna have to be uncomfortable at some point. So as you guys come in, if you have any questions, drop those questions for us. Definitely. And before we get out of here, we just want to know how can we stay connected to you? How can we support you?
Okay. I can be found on I can be found on Facebook at Chasman Ayanna. I have a business page on Facebook as well. It's iGlam Studios by Chaz. My Instagram is iGlam_studio, not with the S on the end. My website is hotshotmall.com /Chasman Ayanna. And that's hotshotmall.com /CHASMINE IYONNA. That's your modern day Black owned Amazon. So before you go to Amazon, make sure you check out my website. I'm pretty sure I have everything there that you need.
Awesome. Yeah, because I was on it last night. I was like, oh, she got a little everything, all the Christmas gifts. So we definitely be supporting you. And the website is on the screen, you guys. It's up on the screen. So definitely make sure you follow her on all the social media platforms. Stay connected, and let's support this beautiful queen. Let's support her. And thank you so much. I want to thank you
for having me.
I appreciate it.
You were the first person. I had other interviews this year, and I'm like, no. But when you sent me that interview, I didn't think twice. I was like, okay, I'm doing it.
Oh, goodness. And I love that. You always try to support. Anytime I call you, you try to be there. And I just love that. I love that. The love you have for me and the love we have for each other. I appreciate
that's what it's all about. I tell people is competition is at the bottom. When you're at the top, you're sharing ideas, you're empowering one another, you're helping each other. When you're confident in who you are and who God called you to be, you don't mind helping. So I don't want anyone around me that's not confident in who they are and where they're going.
Yes, because we want to grow together. We want to evolve together. You are my sister. So we want to shout out and thank everyone who joined us tonight. We appreciate you. Yes, we do. Someone was checking in. Well, shout out to everyone who joined us tonight. I mean, we know some will be coming on a little later. So thank you for joining Sonya's Boss Up Corner, where we are weekly live. So meet us back here next week, next Thursday. Same time, same place. We appreciate you, and we hope everyone have a fabulous night.
Okay, y'all have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.